Hello, everyone, and welcome back to CEVO-TV. I'm your host, Misled. Dust is on a quick little break, so I will have Helium in with me
Hello.
for at least the initial parts of this. Map number 2, Method versus Tempo Storm. Of course, Tempo Storm took map number 1 in a very, very close manner, 16-14. And this is Tempo Storm's map choice. So Method is able to get their side choice off, which means Method starts off CT here. And let's see what they can bring to the table against Tempo Storm, who is actually pretty good on this map.
Yeah, we got to see them play up against Elevate, where they did actually end up losing it in overtime, but it was still pretty close. But here they go, trying to rush into B. Mainline and Ely already on the board. And Strebber from, back in the hut, going to be brought down by Stanislav immediately. Glorin's also lighting them up, so B site belongs to the T's, and we got a 3-on-3.
Ooh, Rix goes down after removing Ely there, so now it's going to be Justin and Silent on the retake attempt here against Glorins and Stan. Nobody has multiple kills into the round just yet until Glorins is able to pick that frag up onto Silent. Now Justin, 1v2 timer ticking down. No kid, he has to get aggressive to try and make this happen. Can't take the shots on the Glorins, and that's a 3K for Glorins. Tempo Storm takes map number 1, or round 1, excuse me.
And the map is over.
Yep, round 1 map is over.
TIL, CEVO-P, sudden death, deciders on pistol. Tempo Storm takes Cobble.
We randomly throw in a random multiplier or mod for each game, and that happened to be this game's mod. Whoever takes pistol on map number 2 wins the game.
It's like the Mortal Kombat tower effect.
Exactly. Random mods.
Air attacks do more damage, so watch out for jumping shots. Justin, though, in the mid room, trying to play a close angle with the CZ, countered by the MAC-10. Those submachine guns. 4 deep with submachine guns for Tempo Storm. Only 1 Galil coming up there for Glorins.
They're going to try and rush their way directly into that A-bomb site. They take down Justin and Silent around the way, but Ely's there at the connector battling it out, able to take down Hades as Mainline gets one on the Rix. So it will be a 2 versus 3 Mainline. Gaining a little bit more traction. Can't Streb get anything else? Can't quite do it. Stan will take him down. That is going to leave Mainline all by himself here. He's going to be into a 1 versus 3. He's just going to go for the save, as he does have a Deagle, head armor, and an MP picked up from one of the Tempo Storm players. And on the rotate, he might have got heard right there. I believe he was close enough to get heard by Stan. Yeah, they know he's over in that direction, so he's just going to hang out above the drop. Knows all he has to do is watch out for the boost or anybody coming up the stairs. No one will be boosting, though. And will anybody check the stairs? Glorins looks like he's going in that direction. And he's right there. Pre-fires the corner. Glorins will pick up the finalizing frag of the round as Tempo Storm will move ahead 2-0 over Method.
Yep, so with it being a 2-0 start here for Tempo Storm, winning that pistol, not getting shut out on the second round either. And so they're looking like they're about to coast to a 3-0 start. And that's definitely good news for them. I mean, they want to win this series. They want those points on the standings for the victory rather than a tie. And they're off to the correct start, as we are going to see the CTs actually boost up Skyfall, something you don't see a whole lot. But Roberts totally didn't get anything out of that. So shut down completely as Tempo Storm looking to get that third round.
Tempo Storm, they're going to have that 2-man advantage as Hades able to take down Silent. So now it's going to be Justin, Ely, and Mainline. We might be losing one of them. No, Ely comes in for the hero frag to save his teammate Justin, taking down Rix. And that is going to even things out almost in favor of Tempo Storm. Actually, they're going to be up by 1 player, though. Justin down to 8 HP at the moment. And those flashbangs might pull a rotate over towards the V-bomb site, and they will. But now Method has to worry about A being completely open. They realize it's wide open. Shazam is seen crossing by Mainline. They're going to rotate back in that direction to see if they can pick up any of these players, possibly get themselves one of these rifles going into their next round, which will be a bye for them.
Yeah, they're just trying to come through and see what kills they can't get. Obviously, nothing really to save here, so just trying to see if they can't bring any guns down from the Tempo Storm side. But as of now, they're pretty much just getting shut out. And I'm not sure why they're saving. There's nothing to save. They just have a P2K and a USP. Might as well just try to get a kill. Unless you're just trying to prevent them from getting like $300 for a kill, or preventing Shazam from getting like that money bonus kill with the SMG. It's really the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, they're just going to commit to the save here. It's just playing angles. One inside the B-bomb site. One is going to be all the way in, deep into the connectors towards the terrorist spawn. That's going to be Justin all the way over there. And nothing's going to happen, though. No frags going in favor of Tempo Storm after the bomb goes off. The two Method players staying alive into this round. That will make it round 4. Tempo is up 3-0 as we hit the first full buy round of the game.
Yep, so here comes the first full buy. As you said, curious to see what Tempo Storm's mythology is going to be. I mean, a lot of teams just love hitting that long B on this map. There's so much cover. You can use 2 smokes to basically get to the bomb planting zone without ever being spotted by a CT unless they're playing really aggressive. And also the Skyfall can be very, very dangerous. That's what Tempo Storm's going to go for, and they do get an equal trade, and they're able to start splitting onto this B bomb site. But so far, it is Strebber and Mainline who have done very well to hold this off initially, but it does boil down to now a 2 versus 2 to close the round.
So that's going to leave just Justin and Silent left alive here, going against Glorens and Rix, who are both very, very weak. Justin's right there. They're trying to battle back in to the B-bomb site. Rix is right there, so low. Justin can't put it together, but Silent will capitalize on a Glorens, so now he's got a weak Rix right in front of him, only 60 HP, works his way through the smoke. Will he pop out and let Silent get him? Silent hits the spam shot, and Method will be onto the board after the defuse. That will make it 3-1 in favor of Tempo Storm, and there you go. That's the bomb code. Oh, you guys got skipped away for the last numbers of it, so you will never know how to defuse the bomb faster.
That's rather unfortunate. I wish, like, you know how in some pub servers you can, like, use the pliers to snip the wire and, like, hope for the best and get, like, an instant defuse or an instant explosion?
Dude, I talked about it a couple of years ago. I think they should throw that in there. You get the chance. There's like 32 wires, and if you snip the right one, you instantly win. If not, your team loses, so you have a 1 in 32 chance. If it's down to 2 seconds, to just make the right choice and win the round. Why not? I think it'd be interesting.
Please, no, don't listen to him, please. Please, no.
Imagine having bad teammates and bugs that, like, they got like 45 seconds left.
Could you imagine
run right up and cut it?
Finals for like $1 million being decided on something silly like that, though? It's like the other end of it, but either way,
would that be?
It would be pretty insane. But as you have it, we are going to see Tempo Storm, you know, suffering a loss in that round, but still able to afford a full buy here and there. Once again, knocking on the door of this B-bomb site. They have gotten the initial pick this time around on the Strebber, so he won't be around to light him up as he was in the previous round and really slow down that B push quite a bit and getting into that 1 versus 1. Mainline going to be, you know, playing behind the box here at long B. We'll see him actually peek out. He does spot Glorens. They spot each other, but Glorens wins the battle. And so now it's a 5-on-3 Tempo Storm getting these early picks. They're looking sharp. They just hit this B-bomb site.
So it's going to be a 5 versus 3 trying to take the B bomb site. There goes Stan, though. Spray battle incoming. Ely trying to gain another frag there. Couldn't quite pull it down, though, as Silent's able to pick up 2. He's going to battle it out, but they do have a flank incoming from the number 7 man of Hades. Justin does take down Rick, so now it's all up to Hades. 1v3, nobody looking in his direction. Silent gets punished for it, so now Hades battling with Justin, and Justin will find the frag. 2K for Justin, 2K for Silent, and that makes the score 2-3 in favor of Tempo.
And Tempo Storm has to be a bit disappointed with that round. They were up 5v3 and still wound up losing the round thanks to some, you know, big plays there. I think that was Justin and Silent who both got 2 kills apiece and are really able to kind of bring that round back. And, you know, like I said, Tempo Storm really had a great opportunity to win that round, but just couldn't close it out, even in a 5 versus 3. So a little bit tough, but they're still ahead here by a point. But they are going to be forced to save this round. And great opportunity here as you do see Sonic getting very, very aggressive. Tempo Storm just trying to flood this mid room. They're all going to come up the mid slope, but Justin is going to line him up with the AK, going to do some spraying, and he gets them down pretty low on a couple of players, but they're still able to make their way to the site.
Oh, it doesn't pick up the frag there on the stand. It doesn't matter, though. Silent and Justin are teeing off. Mainline was in there also. They shut down the A bomb site, preventing Tempo Storm from getting a bomb plan in that round. That makes it 3-3. We are all tied up here as Tempo Storm will be back onto a full buy.
As you said, Method able to tie it up there because of that save that Tempo Storm was just forced to commit due to dropping the 2 rounds previous, and now we're back up to an equal gun round again. And we'll see what's going to happen, as it looks like we are going to see 2 players going out mid, 3 going towards that long B and Skyfall. So just kind of spreading out, maybe looking for some picks. Anthony's looking for a pick mid, but Stanislaus soloing out of long B here by himself. Very dangerous play, but oh, he gets tucked in this corner and no one spots him. Yeah, the fact that he made it across was really big. He could come and be a factor later in the round when the CTs probably think that they're still all pushed in the upper B, that no one's made it out yet. And so Stan could definitely shock somebody here in a little bit. If he waits a little bit longer, he could definitely peek out and kind of shock somebody.
Strabby's going to see him, though.
Yeah, the spidey senses there, man. Just able to sniff that out before Stan can make a play. And that's kind of big, shutting down what could have been a potentially dangerous position that Tempo Storm could have implemented there. But like you said, it got sniffed out, and so now we'll have to see how Tempo Storm recovers. Looks like they're trying to transition back over towards the A side now.
So into round 7 here. The only frag that has happened has been in favor of Method, who's holding on, trying to take the lead into this game. Tempo Storm is going to be down 1. It's going to be a 4 versus 5. Justin playing an angle and gets mowed down for it as Silent does take down Hades, trying to prevent him from working his way through the A-holes. Able to take another one onto Rix, and Method looking good into this round as it's only Glorens and Shazam. Glorens completely blind, and Mainline makes it through off that flash through the connector, able to work his way in, clean up those final 2 frags, and that will give Method the lead 4-3 over Tempo Storm.
Yeah, I mean, that was just Mainline running through a smoke there. As you said, though, off a good pop flash from a teammate, I believe it was, that I don't think he threw it himself, but that was big. Those 2 kills kind of like shut down what was going on. So Method just a good A defense there, especially off of like Mainline, who really just shut down any last hope that Tempo Storm may have had to come back in that round with that double kill there. And once again, it's going to force Tempo Storm on yet another save. This time they're just going to try to smash long B as quickly as they can. Strebber, though, going to put the incendiary up and do a lot of damage, and then Mainline will just put his crosshairs out there and find himself 3 very, very quick frags. And it's looking like this is going to get shut down quite quickly, and it will be the quad kill for Mainline. Strebber finding 1, and Method taking the lead, winning the last 5 rounds in a row. So they're putting up quite a good CT side for a map that's trended quite T-sided in almost all the play we've seen on it.
Method holding it down his CTs very well here, and I mean, that was an eco round that they were going against. They did it well, but Tempo Storm will be back onto a bye now. That's actually going to be, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 unanswered rounds in a row for Method.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, on a map that usually trends pretty T-sided, Method off to a great start. After dropping the pistol, they've won everything since then, you know, after the eco rounds and all that. So this is good. Tempo Storm once again lining up for a long B attack with these set smokes, as I was talking about, on either side of that tree next to statue to cover your route to the planning zone without being spotted. And Kevin's going to illustrate that with the third-person camera there, so you can see these smokes I'm talking about on the side of statue and next to that tree to block off vision so they can come out for cover. But there's a player boosted on behind the tree, and he will be able to get 1 cut. It's Mainline now. He uses that for an opportunity to slip in and grab a kill for himself as well. Now we have ourselves a 3-on-3.
I love the palm flashes coming from Mainline there. Not really palm flashes, but they throw it up over the tree, forcing people to look down. He can peek around the corner of it without getting blind. So now it's all up to Shazam. He's going to be 1v3. Mainline left alive with 10 HP. Silent and Justin both with 100 here. Shazam has worked his way out all the way out of the B halls, has the up in hand. He's committed to it. Mainline right there playing the angle, hits the AK headshot, gets himself 3 frags, and Method will be up by 3 rounds now, 6-3.
And actually, when I was looking at that, when Kevin was showing us our cameraman there, the third-person angle, it looked like their smokes actually kind of missed, to be honest. Their statue smoke was thrown a bit too far towards the connector to A and didn't quite cover much. Granted, it didn't matter. Like, Mainline was boosted tree, so he was unaffected by the smokes, even if they were thrown properly. But that may have cut off some of the other players that were chiming in for Method if the smokes would have been a little bit more accurate. But either way, that was just a good boost play there from Mainline, getting a kill and distracting him, allowing his teammate Ely to get in there and get a kill. And now we just see Tempo Storm once again trying to send Stanislaw by himself on a solo mission long B, and this time he doesn't even get to the corner. And that's just kind of a huge gamble that does not pay off at all, to give up a man for free like that with no ability to trade or anything like that when you send him out there by himself. And luckily, Rix gets a kill elsewhere to make it back a 4-on-4, but that was kind of a risky play there that didn't pay off.
Oh, I love the boost right here. Oh, Shazam does check it, though. Justin wasn't ready for the check. Can't punish him. Tries to step out and gets mowed down by Hades. So Tempo Storm finally picking up some momentum here. Let's see if they can keep this rolling in their favor as they try and take the A bomb site. Silent is back there, though, with an op in hand. Gets burned out a little bit. Steps up really high there. Not getting burned down. Rix will see him. Misses his op shot. He's wide out in the open. Rix will finally take him down. There goes Hades going off also. Mainline trying to hit those shots. He might get flanked through. No. Yeah, here it comes. Rix is getting on the hunt, and Mainline misses his op shot and goes down. The only CT to get a frag that round was Mainline, as Tempo Storm gets a round in their favor, finally breaking the dry spell there of 6 rounds.
I mean, that was just really big. As you said, that player trying to boost up at A got caught, wasn't able to do anything with that position, and then Silent the Opera to some good nades and pressure from Tempo. Really, he was never able to get in a comfortable position on that attack to get like a decent lineup for a kill with the op. I mean, he was always under pressure, and he was always just kind of like uncomfortable and out of position. So just good pressure and nade use there from Tempo to get themselves just a very, very decisive A hit. And now they're fighting back. You know, after Method went on that winning streak, they finally find themselves around. And we can see if they can't do more, as Hades will get the initial pick on the Silent in the mid room. Justin does trade it right back, though. So once again, we're at a standstill on a 4-on-4. But, of course, this does favor Tempo Storm to make those equal exchanges.
So into round 11, we're down to about 1 minute and 6 seconds left on the clock here. And Tempo Storm trying to rotate the bomb all the way back into the B halls here. They're going to try and work their way out. And Method ready for it, though. They got two players in the site, and their fast rotator has actually worked his way away from the drop now. So it's going to be 2 versus 4 as Tempo Storm will try and barge their way into this B bomb site. They're just working slow, though. They're not getting too aggressive off it. Here he goes, getting close to the corner. But that number 3 man of Streb is right there playing this angle. They're going to shoot it main line. Streb will capitalize on that. Take down 1. Streb goes for a second. Can he get a third? Not able to do it, as Rix will take down mainline also. And the B bomb site is wide open, as it's going to be a 2 versus 2 battle now.
Yeah, that was just a good bait set up there between Strebber and his teammate to allow Strebber to get a couple of kills, but it still remains even at a 2-on-2 with the bomb going down. So it's going to be off to Ely on this 1 versus 2. He does get 1 kill on to Rix, as you said, so now he just has to find Glorns, who does have that bomb down his play in the shed. Ely gonna spam it. He was aware that Glorns could definitely be there, and now he knows for sure he's there, but he just can't land these shots, and the time is ticking away, and eventually Glorns will find the frag. And so that's Tempo Storm now winning the last 2 rounds in a row to close the gap. It's only a 1-round difference now between these 2 teams here.
That's big for them right now, especially considering the fact that they just reset their loss bonus the round before that into round 10. Round 11 was do or die for them. If they weren't able to win that, their loss bonus would have been reset, or as it was reset, they would have been forced into a save if they weren't able to win it. But they did take down round 11, and Tempo Storm brings it back to 6-5, as Methodist lead is shrinking very, very fast.
Indeed it is. Like we said, Tempo Storm able to close out the last couple of rounds and shrink it down to just a 1-round gap. Hades is going to be able to find the entry there onto Silent, and that bomb still just kind of sitting back at the back of Skyfall. Not really sure what Tempo Storm wants to do with it just yet. They have a couple of players trying to exercise some mid and A control in the midst of all this, so they could easily drop back with this bomb and actually try to attack to this A bomb site, which would be great because it's just Justin kind of playing it alone right now, while Ely and Mainline are kind of focused in on drop down. In fact, you can see Mainline getting boosted, and he's like jump peeking to see if anyone's there, and he will actually get the kill on the Stanislaw because of that boost. So good play there.
Mainline, of course, getting that nice headshot, so Method trying to reverse their luck here as their economy is looking completely bought out. Justin will push through mid, able to take down Shazam on the rotate, and now Justin's got one more right in his face. That's going to be Glorens who goes down. Bomb down out in mid. Hades will pick up an op frag on a rotating Ely. He's going to commit to this really hard here. Mainline's right there around the corner. Can't quite make the shot onto him, but he's going to get pinched from every direction at the moment. One behind, one to his left, one directly in front of him now as he picks up the bomb. Streb is right there around the corner. Will Streb hit this shot? Yes, he will. AK headshot takes down Hades, and Method will go up to 7-5 over Tempo Storm.
Yeah, I mean, good job there. Mainline getting boosted, catching a frag, and getting a lot of information with that, allowing that rotation to shift back to A. But I would just point out that Shazam got caught slow walking with his knife out, and there's just never a reason why you would slow walk with your knife out. The whole point of having your knife out is to travel faster, obviously. So if you're just slow walking with it out, if you get caught like that, you have nothing but yourself to blame. At least have your pistol out if you're going to be slow walking around. And he did get caught there, and that was kind of a big frag as well. But we do see the save from Tempo Storm. Stanislaw running up the danger is going to catch Silent, and they're going to try to smash this A bomb site. And they do have at least one pick in their favor, but it's a heavy rotation from Method already.
So now we're going to have Stan. Oh, man, Stan almost ate that grenade. It was all Rix that took it, though. And Method trying to hold on here, extend their lead to 8-5 as Justin gets a frag. Able to get 2. Mainline's also in there. And now Shazam with the omp in hand. Clorens might pick up Streb right here. Can he get him? Not quick enough. Streb goes down to 3 HP as Glorens can't finish off the frag in the connector into the A bomb site. So now Shazam, op in hand, will be into a 1 versus 4. sees, no, he doesn't see the gun, but right there in his face will be Justin, crouching up, gets himself 3, picks up the op, which will be dropped to Silent. That makes it 8-5 in favor of Method.
Yeah, I mean, thanks to a save round there caused by the initial victory, Method able to get another one for 2 in a row, and now they have 8 rounds, and this is really dangerous for Tempo Storm. I mean, I see most teams really able to get like 8+ rounds on the T side of this map very often, so to be limited to just 5, unless they can win these last 2, they're in for a tough road on the CT side, I think.
So into round 14. It's going to be a full buy coming out from Tempo Storm. Actually, no, not quite a full buy, as Stan will be rocking only the Tech-9. He'll get aggressive, though, but Justin with a pushed into the A-halls. Does this work out for him? He's got to try and get on the rotate as the A-side take attempt is down. Ely will take down one. Shazam is in there for his own frag. Oh, Justin. Look at the heads-up play by him. He sees Shazam out in the middle. He makes the call, works his way into the site, picks up an initial frag, goes for the secondary one. Can he take down Glorens? Able to get Glorens, so now they know where Shazam is. Streb will pick him up, and it's all up to Hades, 1v4. Smoke goes down. He steps out. Justin hits that shot also. And Justin is absolutely playing lights out right now. I mean, he's going to be rocking 13 and 6, catching up very fast to mainline.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much to add to that. What you said was pretty much the whole round, really, was just Justin being aggressively pushed up the long A. You know, the terrorists kind of bypass him as they work through the mid-corridor up the slope into the A site, and he's able just to kind of basically flank them. I mean, that's the thing. When you're a terrorist and you have A bomb site control, the last thing on your mind is that you're getting flanked along A. Just because that's such a wrong rotation for CTs to make if they're rotating from B site that would just never happen to you. The only way it could happen is the way it did. Someone who had pressed there on the CT side aggressively and just so happens that you bypassed him. And he was able to capitalize in such a big way there. I think he had a hat trick on the round, but now we see Tempo Storm trying to smash the last round of this half into that long B. A very common play to make on this map, but so far it's being shut down quite well by Strebber with a couple of frags. They have a 3-on-2 now, but Hades.
Oh, Hades.
That was a big play, but unfortunately it's just not enough. Strebber with a hat trick round of his own, holding down that B bomb site, and so Tempo Storm only able to get 5 rounds on that T side, and 3 of those rounds came from winning the pistol. So, I mean, they only won 2 gun rounds on terrorist side Cobble. That is not good. I mean, most teams able, like I said, to pull off at least 7 or 8 rounds, if not in double digits. So they're not in a comfortable position whatsoever at this point.
Yeah, not looking good at this point if you are Tempo Storm, as a Method wins the half 10-5. We're just waiting for all the players to ready up so we can get second half underway. But the curious thing is going to be, what does Method have here on their terrorist side against Tempo Storm? They played CT very effectively, smart rotates, but mostly they were just hitting their shots against anything that Tempo Storm brought to the table.
I mean, yeah, like I said, you're usually able to see teams come up pretty successfully on the T side of this map, and Tempo Storm just not able to do so. I mean, typically those long B attacks that you see teams use, like I said, they're usually able to get some good smokes on either side of that tree next to the statue and just get a full cover to the bomb planting zone. But their smokes missed, actually, a couple times they hit over at long B, and they didn't have that cover, and the CTs made them pay for it. And there was also just a couple of times they sent out Stanislaw alone by himself up long B to try to, you know, put him in a corner so he could like surprise someone later. They tried that 2 or 3 different times, and all of those attempts failed. He just got killed, and Tempo Storm got an early man advantage off of that, basically. And so just basically everything they were trying to do at long B just never worked out quite the way they wanted it to, I don't think. And they had some good plays at the A-bomb site at times. But like I said, they only won 2 gun rounds. I mean, their 3 of the rounds were off pistol and not avoiding eco. So they really didn't have a good T-side whatsoever. Nothing in comparison to what they were able to do against Elevate last week, where their T-side actually looked pretty sharp. It looked very dull tonight.
So now we have all the players ready up to get into this. Method trying to take control. Well, they have control of map number 2. They would love to win this and walk away with a tie tonight, as Tempo Storm was able to squeak out that victory on Mirage. That was a 16-14 win for Tempo Storm, and Method so very close to tying that game up and forcing overtime, just couldn't quite do it. And now Method with the lead on the second half of Tempo Storm's map choice, which is Cobble.
Yeah, I mean, this is looking really good for Method to tie this series up now and ensure each team just gets a point tonight rather than Tempo Storm getting that 2 points for the victory, which means a lot later on in the standings. Tempo Storm really was in a good position to maybe get a win here tonight, and now Method is blocking that off. But there's still a chance if Tempo can win this pistol round and get something going on the CT side. They definitely still could put this away, but Method, like I said, in a pretty good position here.
Ely right there. Can he get a secondary frag onto Hades? Didn't really commit to it too hard, but Rix will take down one of his own. That's mainline out of the way. Justin getting a good lineup shot. Can he make them both? He will. And they're going to pinch onto Shazam now, who's going to be the last player left alive in the B halls, working his way all the way around. He's able to get himself a frag and open it up a little bit, but he will be 1v3. And if they all just peek at the same time, they should easily be able to take him down. But they're just committed to this wait here. They want to make Shazam force the issue. As Justin's down to 6 HP, Streb down to 72, Ely's at 100. Timer ticking down. Shazam has to commit at some point, and Ely will punish him for it. That's a 2K for Justin, a 2K for Ely, and that will make the score 11-5 as Method is able to take that pistol round as terrorist.
Yeah, I mean, that was a great round there from them. Ely just being able to get through the Skyfall, getting a nice entry there, and then the rest of the team able to kind of flood through long B, just kind of that traditional attack on the B-bomb side, putting heavy numbers out long B and just having lots of cover to be able to get into the site, and they definitely made it happen there. That was a great play. And now it is, like I said, going to be 11-5 in favor of Method. If they can just avoid any eco, they're going to be in a great position to make this very one-sided. You see Rix and Hades attempting to do this boost up the Skyfall, but that Molotov is going to basically make that null and void. They're just going to be forced to fall off. Maybe they'll re-attempt it after the fire dissipates, but it seems like someone's pretty keen on watching that. I mean, they obviously ran that play themselves with mainline, so they're aware that that could happen, and they're keeping their eye out for it.
Method content with working slow here as Tempo Storm is going to be down in rounds. They are going to be ecoing. They have upgraded their pistols, though, and they're pretty spread out at the now they're committing back into the B halls. Mainline just on the walkout with one of his teammates. That's going to be Justin. They hit a shot right there. Doesn't really affect them that much. Still trying to work out nice and slow. Here they go. They go for the commit. They're trying to clear this bomb site, not allow any of these CTs to pick up any unwanted frags. And it looks like they have officially taken it. They're going to get the bomb down. Mainline will be covered.
Skyfall now. Really late in the round. That could be a big flank for Rix, actually.
Yeah, Shazam has already cleared it, though.
And he actually flanked
they're waiting.
Yep, he might get the kill on Shazam, but Rick's still has the opportunity to make the trade here. Trevor might not think that two are making the flag, so that could be the play. We'll see.
Riggs does go down to Streb, though, and they're going to commit to this, so Rick's not able to make anything happen. So now it's all up to Hades. No, Stanislaw and Glorin's left alive here. Stan's going to wait for exits. Glorin's kind of doing the same thing at the moment. They're going to commit to this boost, though. They're going to see if they can catch anybody from behind. Will he be able to grab anyone? Not able to make the boost. And that is going to end the round 12-5 in favor of Method. As they tried that counter boost at the end, it did not work out.
Yeah, I mean, Method, a flawless victory that round, not losing any players, just playing real slow, real patient, really disciplined, just waiting for Tempo Storm to maybe show them some aggression. It wound up not being that way, but they were still able to work out that strong long B take and get the round. Mostly off of mainline, just being able to get out there, clear so many angles, get a lot of information for his team on CT positioning. Then they just closed it out. And now we will see Method. You know, they got the scouts, they got Khalils and AKs here. They're looking to get this round 13, just pistols here for Yeah, they stacked in the mid room in that nade. Yeah, like you said, gets a touchdown and takes Shazam down to 38. So, gonna line up a headshot there as well. They're pushing them from long as well. They finally do get that kill, but I mean, they know the B bomb site's open now, so they're just gonna be able to backtrack, grab that bomb, and plant B completely safely while Ely holds off rotates.
Now Ely's going to be able to pick up Shazam there, so Scout does go into the hands of Hades as we have Rix and Hades right there fighting. Ely steps out, gets hit by the Scout, will back up. No reason to get too aggressive here. He will take down Rix, and that is going to open things up a lot. If you are Method, you're going to be 4 versus 1. Hades has a Scout. You know where he was at one point in time. They have shut down every other exit he has. They are not going to allow him to hold on to the Scout unless he's somehow able to make it all the way into T-spawn and survive. But right there around the corner will be Ely. Does he hit the no-scope? And he's able to make that happen. Grabs himself again. He's going to try to run away, but Streb has already pushed through. Long A will take him down. That's going to be 13-5 in favor of Method.
Yeah, I mean, Method is just in such a great position now. I mean, they're up 13-5. Tempo Storm going to have a really tough time. They're going to have like basically an equally stellar CT side as Method just to force an OT at this point. So they have to be even better just to win this in regulation, and I just don't see it, man. I think Method has their number on this particular map. You know, the mystery box this time around winds up being the better prize than the known value. Well, you know, with Method having never played this map before in an official match, we didn't know how they would play it, but their CT side was definitely on point in the first half, and they're looking to close it out here now with the 13-5 lead. But Stan and Shazam getting the opening picks for themselves. And they have a really fast 5 versus 3, so this is actually looking like a Tempo Storm round.
Tempo Storm looking pretty decent here at the moment. They're going to be up 5-3 unless Method can come up with something big in their favor. And I am hitting a gigantic spot of lag. How about yourself?
I mean in the server, like watching the GoTV?
Yeah.
Or, I didn't notice anything, but...
I am pretty still framed at the moment, so no. All right, now it's dropping. We're looking good here. Heatley's gonna drop down. Same with his teammate Streb. Hades is able to get the first one. Streb will be on the trade out. Streb will get himself 2 frags that time and commit to this push into the B bomb site. They have quickly turned this into a 2 versus 3, but Glorans will be there to answer. Takes down Streb, and Tempo Storm trying to battle their way back. It's going to be a 1v2 as Stan has rotated over. Shazam is right there on his heels as Justin has to try and grab this bomb and get away. He does have an AWP in his hand. Throws the smoke down. Gonna commit to the crosshair to try and hide. Does he get away with it? Yes, he does. Fakes the bomb sound. Nobody's close enough, though, to attack him. So he's going to go for the bomb plant one more time. They're not getting aggressive, but Stan is boosted up. They see where Justin is. Justin doesn't know where those shots came from. Got a shoulder peek out. Still doesn't know where Stan is. Steps right into it, and Stan will take him down. And Tempo Storm is finally going to get onto the board in second half here. And that's good for them.
It's good for them. That wasn't a comfortable round for them. I mean, they started off with a 5 versus 3 with those initial 2 picks. And I mean, that was big. And they almost lost it. Justin almost clutched it. It came down to a 1v1. The only reason why he lost was because he just didn't realize that Stan got boosted on that tree. And of course, the silence in 4, we saw the little notation there came into effect, you know, not hearing where those shots were coming from. So that actually kind of paid off there for sure. On top of being in kind of just a position you don't expect someone to be. It's not like, I mean, it's somewhat used on CT sides initially, but not like in a retake like that to boost tree is kind of unorthodox. And so this caught Justin off guard. And like you said, Tempo Storm able to win the opening gun round. If they can win this one, then they'll force a save out of Method, and they could get up to 13-8. And all of a sudden they have like a decent chance to come back into this. But they got to shut out Method here and now. Method's still on a full buy this round.
So into round 20, Method, of course, as Dust just said, is going to be on a full buy. Their economy is not the greatest, so they desperately need a win here if they don't want to be forced into a save situation. And Tempo Storm, they're going to be cheating 4 players essentially over to the B bomb site. Smokes and flashes coming out, so I guess we have our answer here. Method does have some practice on this map. They just got to clear that corner where Glorans is. They don't check it. Streb was partially blind. Mainline and Silent picking up big frags right there as Rick will be trying to answer it. Here comes the flank all the way in, and now it's all up to Shazam. Able to get 2, 1 with the AWP, and the secondary one came with a pistol, so he's going to switch it out here. He will be 1v2. Can he fire off a couple of AK shots here to get some headshots? He will be going against Silent at 100 HP, Mainline at 100 HP, and Shazam gets caught from his left side as Silent was up above, gets himself a 2K, saves the AWP, and that will make it 14-6. And Tempo Storm is going to be onto an eco round, if not a buyout here, trying to fight for the tie.
And that was why that round was so important. If Tempo Storm could have won it, they could have maybe forced a save out of Method, whose money is quite low, actually. I mean, you can see some of their guys after rebuys are down under $1,000. So they had opportunity there, but the repercussions of losing was that they have to save themselves, giving Method an easy map point. And I'll also just note really quickly that that was just a much better B execution from Method than Tempo Storm was ever able to throw. The smokes were way better. They were so on point. This the kind of the standard smokes that you should be seeing to attack B were in effect there from Method, whereas Tempo Storm was missing their smokes on their B executes on their T side. So just a much more disciplined and clean hit from Method. It turns into a victory. And now they're about to coast to possibly a very one-sided win.
Yeah, so they have the gun advantage here. Tempo Storm they went for the armor pistol buy. They're committed to it. They don't want to be fighting for the tie. They want to fight for the win. Look at the 2 CTs right there. That's going to be Rix and Glorens playing these angles, but Justin not going to give them the headshot that they need here. Rix will step out into the open. Justin looks. He sees one, takes down Rix. Now he's behind. Glorens has to worry about him as the A bomb site will be taken by Method, and Hades in a precarious position here. Same with Stan. Justin from behind takes down Glorens. So now it's all going to be up to Hades and Stan. They commit here from behind. They want to try and take down this gun. Hades will be able to get it with the deagle in hand. So it's going to be a 2 versus 4 bomb plan in the A bomb site, and Hades is going to save this. They're going to fight for the tie.
They have no choice, really. I mean, they didn't have any way to retake that site. They had no firepower to do it. You know, just that AK that Hades has saved. And, I mean, he needs to save this gun because without saving it, you know, with a 2-round loss bonus coming in, they're not going to have diddly squat to buy anything with. This could be actually their only real rifle next round if he can hold on to it. But, I mean, they're on the hunt. This is going to be pretty difficult for them to hold on to. But he will do it, and that's the only gun they're gonna have next round, really. Unless I mean, maybe some pistol head armor. Yeah, maybe someone forces an SMG or a mag.
Scout the swag.
Yeah, Glorens will get the mag. Scout being bought by Rix, but this is slim pickings here for Tempo Storm, to say the least. I mean, still a great chance for Method to close this thing out here pretty quickly.
Yeah, Method looking good on point at the moment here. They're going to go against an echoing Tempo Storm. Well, it's going to be actually a buyout, but they don't have enough money, so it looks essentially like well, it is just a buyout. But Glorens able to pick up 2. Can he be going able to get 3?
Goodness.
Can he grab the 4th? Can't quite get it. Streb is right there to capitalize, but Streb is low on HP, down to 43. Ely's able to spray down 1, going for a secondary frag. It's going to be a 2-on-3. They want to end it right here. Hades is right there around the corner with the M4 in hand, and he will shut the round down. And the buyout from Tempo Storm somehow works in their favor, and Method is held in this game for at least one more round. And
I mean, it was just all that Mag 7 all day. I mean, with Glorens being able to pop off that hat trick, this is something that shouldn't happen. Method just not being as careful as they could have been to sniff that out a little bit better. But rather, they let him get 3 kills. I mean, that's just something you can't allow to happen if you're Method. But still a great, heads-up play by Glorens to make that happen. I don't want to take anything away from him. I mean, he did his job. He did what he needed to do to keep this thing going, but maybe Method is a bit careless there on checking their corners and such, and they still do have enough money to muster up pretty much a full buy here, except for Strebron and Galil. They pretty much have a full buy, and they are able to get the entry there at the long B. Mainline is going to go ahead and catch Rix, trying to play inside that smoke and be sneaky, but he'll get caught, and that bomb could be coming into B here any moment now. But Tempo Storm has a pretty heavy rotate, so you might see them actually fall back, grab that bomb, and go A, just because they know they've caused a pretty big rotation here.
They're going to commit all the way over to this B-bomb site. They have the number 2 man, though, of Silent out wide. Glorens is able to use the auto sniper effectively. Can he get another one? Trying to spam the box. He hits it. That's 3 for him. Going for 4. Able to grab it. So now Silent, with the op in hand, will be all by himself. He's going to be 1 versus 3. Glorens with all 4 frags from this round, and Silent will not go for it. He's just going to commit to saving this op, as his team's economy is pretty much in shambles at this point. They have a large buffer to drop some rounds here. Of course, they do not want to, but they're definitely going to drop this one.
And I mean, that came down to aim battles, right? Because they didn't have any smokes left to actually cover their crossing into the site. And the weird thing is Method saw a player try to boost tree, so that alerts you to the fact there's at least 2 there. And you're in a, what was it, like a 4-on-4 or a 5-on-4 in favor of Tempo Storm? No, Tempo Storm only had 4 players, yeah. And so they saw at least 2 because of that boost at B. So that means there's at most like 2 players A. And they had the bomb drop back far enough for a fallback option A, so they could have ran that, but they just tried to force their way through B. And like I said, they didn't have any smokes or any nades or flashes left to really execute properly. And so it just came down to aim battles, and they lost them. Tempo Storm able to get some nice shots in there, especially really just Glorens shutting down with the auto sniper was really what it was all about, to be honest.
Yeah, the 4K in the B bomb site. I mean, what more could you ask for? You pay for the super expensive auto sniper, and you make it work.
Yeah, absolutely. Just no smoke cover to block Glorens out. I mean, he was just able to have easy pickings with it.
So now we're going to be into round 24. Method still on match point from here on out. Tempo Storm has to win every single round to stay alive in this, and Shazam will take down Ely to open things up. It is an ecoing Method, though, so they can't expect much here. They would love to get a bomb plant. Stan steps down middle, goes against 3 players, takes down Justin mainline as Streb goes down to Shazam. Now it's all up to Silent. He knows he's getting pushed here. He has to get some frags. Right above him will be a CT. He doesn't hear him, though, and commits to the jump with the knife for some reason. Hades will take him down. That will make it 15-9 in favor of Method still. And their economy still a little bit weak, but they're going to go for the buyout anyways. They want to get this win.
Yeah, I mean, they could have. I think they could have taken this another save though there, just to make sure they get a full comfortable buy, so they can really just get off that B execution they've been known for this game. But they're gonna go for it anyway. Just with a guy with a Beagle and a Galil. They still have all their smokes. So, I mean, they still can do at least the nades they want to use for this execution, but they're just not going to have the firepower. And I would have liked to have seen them just take another save just to make sure they had all their AKs and such for this take. Because now you risk losing this round because you're a little bit weaker on the gun power, and now you give Tempo Storm a 15-11 instead of you just taking a save, making it 15-10, and having a much better chance with a full buy to close this game out. So a little bit risky here to force it. They definitely had the cushion to go for another save, but they elect not to. So we'll see what they can do with this kind of force buy.
So round 25, force buy coming from Method. Mainline eats a grenade there, goes down to 39 HP. There goes Ely. He gets taken down by Hades, who was ready right there at the drop, just in case anybody commits to that. And he gets one. They're going to go for the counter boost here. They might get a good flank off. No, they abandon it a little too quick. Doesn't matter, though. Glorens with the auto sniper once again, able to pick up another multi-kill round. That's going to be 3 for Glorens that round. And that's going to put Tempo Storm only down by 5 rounds.
I mean, really, the gun disadvantage didn't really even matter there, because what's happening is Glorens is just countering their B execution by playing the edge of that smoke with an auto sniper. And really, the only way they're ever going to get past that is if they just, like, op them or something like that, you know, coming around. If they can just, you know, pre-aim the edge of the smoke with an op and take them out, that's going to be pretty much their best bet on countering that. If they want to keep going B, that's what they're going to have to do. As it looks like they're going to be on a save, they're going to be pop flashing themselves in the Skyfall, it looks like, and Silent will just chase this flash and see if he can't get a kill, but Hades able to get out of there, come around the wall with the AK and line up 1 kill and do some damage to a couple other players. In fact, Silent and Streb are really, really low in HP, but Glorens is able to mop up 1. Still a 3 versus 4 Method, playing this connector between A and B, but not going to find anything. Good shutdown here from Tempo Storm, and it will be that 15-11 scenario I was talking about, as that force buy didn't pay off and forced to save there. And so now we'll see what Method wants to come up with in this next round. They could get a full comfortable buy now. What do they want to do with it?
Yeah, they got to try and work something here. They've had a lot of luck. Yeah, they've had a lot of luck so far. I mean, they won the first 3 rounds. They picked up 2 rifle rounds, actually. They only picked up 1 rifle round, excuse me, because it was a pretty broken buy from Tempo Storm in the other round that they won.
Watch this round come down to exactly what I said. You know, this battle between Glorens with the auto sniper and Sonic coming out with the op around the edge of that smoke.
Good counter smokes, though, to prevent that early from happening. And they have cheated another player over to the B bomb site. That will be 3 versus 4 in the B bomb site, as the 5th player for Method is going to be out very, very wide here. Ely is going to be all the way over towards A, looking to see if anybody gets aggressive, tries to get a flank off. But no one is going in that direction at the moment. But
I really think they're building up. No, go ahead.
No, what were you going to say?
I think they're just building up for that play I was talking about, this battle that Silent's going to get around the edge of the smoke against Glorens that has the auto sniper, and that's exactly what's happening.
Yep, Silent's going to peek out. Auto sniper will win the exchange, and that's going to put Tempo Storm up 5-4 here, and Method is struggling to try and earn their way into a bomb site as Ely's going to go on the flank. Hades will take him down, though, so now we have Mainline, Streb, and Justin left alive. It's going to be a 3 versus 5. They're cheating back towards the A bomb site themselves, and Glorens holding down B so effectively with an auto sniper.
Yeah, I mean, he's been shutting them down like the last 3 or 4 rounds in a row. Off, you know, just several multi-frag rounds with that auto sniper. And I talked about one way you can counter that is by trying to put an op on it, and they did. That's what they went for, but Silent just missed the shot. Glorens able to pop off a frag, and it forces them to fall back towards A, and then Tempo Storm just cleans them up. Everybody getting a piece that round except for Rix. And so now it's still map point here for Method. 15-12, they're on maximum loss at this point, so they can, force buy all these AKs and Gleals all day long. And maybe there are other options since they can't get past that auto sniper of Glorns is to maybe try to throw a fake and go A. I mean, that's the other option on the table since they can't get past that auto sniper. Yeah, cause those people to rotate B, but then go hit A, avoid that auto sniper at all cost.
And it looks like we're actually it looked like for a second they might have been throwing 2 players over towards B to throw a little bit of a fake off. Doesn't go in that direction, and now Tempo Storm is going to cheat that 3rd player into the A bomb site. So they have that 3-man stack in A. They're going to try and clear things out. Method makes some noise in the long hauls, and that might actually pull a 4th player in that direction. Nah, he's still just going to hold on with Glorans just in case. Here comes possibly the fake from Ely. Maybe going to try and throw something if he can to get some fake going. Maybe rotate a player, and just the noise alone will rotate Hades over in that direction.
Yeah, so I mean, they have kind of brought some players over towards B, and it's understandable. That's where most of the hits have come from, and Hades is kind of playing the Skyfall. He hears Ely up there, so it's going to keep him there, and they're going to keep their other 2 B players in position as well. So it's going to come down to this basically 5-on-2 take on the A bomb side, even though we are seeing Rick start shifting. It's actually Hades who shifted over towards here to help A. So this 5-on-3 take, here it comes. What can Stan do? He's in a great position, but he can't get a single frag. He gets caught, and so did Shazam. Not able to do anything with that op at the truck, so it's all up to Hades, who also gets caught. And that defense at A just completely crumbled. And it's looking like it's about to be all she wrote for this series.
Yeah, Ely's able to take down Rick. Glorns gets one, but traded out very fast by Justin. That will make it 16-12 in favor of Method, and that's going to be the game. So it's going to be a 1-1 tie. Tempo Storm takes map number 1, which is Mirage. Map number 2 was actually Cobble, and that goes to Method. So each team's pick was won by the other team tonight.
Yeah, that's exactly what
Our
happened.
first best of 1.
Yeah, and it was really hard to guess how it was going to go down because in both cases we hadn't seen the other team play the map yet this season. Yeah. So it was basically the mystery box reference I made versus the known value, and in both cases the mystery box is what came through, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
To talk about that game, though, I mean, that last round, that was just the A defense just crumbled from Tempo Storm. Stan trying to play like a very aggressive, risky position. The big risk, big reward. It didn't pay off that time that Shazam got caught with the op-ed truck. He went down, and just one by one they fell, not really playing together as a unit, just all trying to make these individual plays, and they weren't working together that round. And so there you have it. Method closes it out. And so it is a tie series, both teams taking a point. And there you have it. Really close games, really good games, but we are not done yet. We still do have Affinity taking on Nylum in about 10 minutes. So definitely follow up. Maybe take a quick break to grab you a drink really quick, use the rest, whatever you got to do. But come on back. Like I said, in about 10 minutes, we'll have Affinity taking on Nylum for our last series of the day. So thanks so much for tuning in, and hopefully we'll see you in a few minutes.